For years, I've wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I told myself that I would, but I never did. Honestly, I was scared. Scared of what other people would think, scared of nobody liking the videos, or even getting 0 views. And now that I finally started, and this will actually be my 20th video, the only thing I regret is not starting sooner. So if you're hesitating or you're on the fence about starting a YouTube channel, let me spare you the regret of not starting and give you some reasons why I regret not starting sooner and why you should get started. So the biggest regret that I have of not starting sooner is simply that, just not starting sooner. And by that I mean, who knows how much this channel could have grown in the years that I was waiting. And I mean, I'm talking years. I mean, I had visions of starting a YouTube channel probably 8, 9, 10 years ago, and it would still have been Call of Duty commentaries. I even remember buying things that I would put in the background of my face cam. Like I had a couple mini football helmets as well as a couple Minecraft figurines, and I was going to have those on the dresser in the background. I remember having like a little G Fuel tower that I made, and yeah, I've wanted to do this for years and years and years, and I can only imagine, at the age of 25 now, if I started when I was 17 or 18, where I could be right now. I mean, honestly, 7 or 8 years might even be too short. I would say easily over 10 years. I mean, I remember watching the New York FaZe House, if anybody remembers, with like FaZe Adapt, Apex, even like Blaziken and Nikon, who's just FaZe Blaze now, by the way. I just remember watching these guys, even FaZe Tico comes to mind, and just really liking the idea of what they did and just being able to grow a YouTube channel through gaming like that. So yeah, definitely a long time that I've been wanting to do it, and definitely regret that I didn't do it all those years ago. I also regret telling myself that YouTube was too saturated and that there were already so many big channels, so why would mine take off? And it's just so crazy to me looking back, saying that then versus now, how many more channels there are all these years later and how much more competitive it is now. It's just crazy. And another 9, 10 years from now, it's only going to be that much more competitive. So if you're watching this and you want to start a YouTube channel, but you might think it's too competitive, start now, because it's only going to get more competitive every single day that you put it off. And from what I've been seeing just through other videos and things like that, the YouTube algorithm is definitely favoring small channels right now. And it makes sense to me. Like, my feed will show creators I've never heard of, pretty much every day now. And they'll just have a video that's kind of going a little viral. So definitely a good time to try it out, start learning the YouTube algorithm, all that stuff, and just start getting some content out there. Alright, the next reason that I didn't start, and that I definitely regret it, is because I didn't know how to do all the things like make a thumbnail, make a description, make a good title, all that kind of stuff. And really, I still don't. I'm still learning a lot of it, and unfortunately, it's taken me all this time to realize that the best way to learn those things was to just do it. We've all been on YouTube long enough to see the giant red arrows pointing at stuff and the all caps in the title. And while you don't want to be clickbaity and get your audience thinking they're going to see something they're not, you want to do a good job of making your video stand out. And back then, I really didn't know how to do that, and for some reason, it caused fear in me and just doubt that it wouldn't work because I didn't know how to make a thumbnail or a good title. Which actually does make me curious. What do you guys think of the thumbnails on my channel? They're all pretty similar, and even the titles themselves. Like, if there's anything that you guys would change, or if you do like them, let me know in the comments below. And I guess this would just be a good time to plug in, like the video and subscribe if you find it valuable. It helps me out a ton, and I just really appreciate your support. But yeah, I'm currently using Canva for the thumbnails, and everything that I'm using from Canva is all free, and it was free back then too. So I mean, I definitely just regret not learning that skill at a young age, and having like 7, 8 years of making thumbnails and even just content in general under my belt at this point. So another thing I regret, and I think a lot of you guys will relate to this one, is 10 years ago I had so much more time than I have now. Right now I'm 25 years old, I'm married, I'm trying to grow a business, and I'm trying to figure out if that's the path I even want to take, and then I don't know where kids are in the future, and then trying to grow my finances are all just a bunch of reasons that I'm super busy. So building a YouTube channel on top of that while I am enjoying this, it's just so much more difficult than if I started back when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I had my schoolwork, my homework, and I did sports and things like that too. But just in general, I played video games so much more often, and I definitely would have had a lot more time to make content and even learn all of the skills that come with that. But being 25, I'm glad I'm starting it now. 5, 10 years from now, when I have a kid or a couple kids, I'm sure I'll be even busier, and hopefully I'm still doing YouTube by then. But I'll have a lot more experience under my belt at that point, and hopefully be established in whatever career path I pick and those kinds of things, so that I can continue making content as well. So I'm not sure how much I thought of this back then, but I definitely thought of it to some extent, and it's a regret of mine now, is just thinking that it would take forever to grow a YouTube channel. So mathematically, back then, if I started 8 to 10 years ago like I wanted to, I'd be so much farther than I am now after 1 month on YouTube. And again, it's kind of like I said back in the beginning, the longer that you put it off, the more competitive things are going to get, and the longer it's going to take for your channel to grow anyway. Of course, we can do things the right way and really optimize how fast our channel can grow, but there is a limit, and just long term, just being on YouTube for a long time and putting out content, that's one of the surefire ways to grow your channel. And all these years have passed, and just knowing that I could have been making YouTube videos all along is definitely difficult to think about sometimes. And I think just the opportunities that I probably missed are another regret that I have. If I started this back when I wanted to, I would have been making content through COVID. I would have been making content through all sorts of different things with all these different Call of Duty games along the years too. And who knows what opportunities could have came from those, certain sponsorships from certain Call of Duty games. Just with everybody being inside during COVID, could have really been a time to grow the channel. But yeah, just the unknown opportunities that could have came over the last decade or so is something that I really regret. And, wish I can obviously go back and start then. But kind of brings me to the next point is the past is the past. I'm using the word regret a lot, but I don't want to sit here and put myself down or feel guilty for not starting the channel at whatever point. It's not like having 1 million subscribers is some box that I need to check off or anything like that. I'm still enjoying making these videos now, and for you guys watching that maybe haven't started yet or have just started like me, take it as a positive encouragement. I'm telling you, like, the past is the past, and 1 year from now, if you still haven't started, you can look back to when you heard this video, and you could have been a year ahead if you just start now. So don't make the same mistake that I did there, waiting forever. Go ahead and make that decision to post that video today. I guess I can end it on a cliche. It's the best time to start was yesterday, and the second best time is today. So go ahead and start that channel, guys. But yeah, that's just about all I got for today. I definitely thank you for sticking around. Leave a comment down below if you're just starting a channel, or even if you have a big channel, just to encourage everybody, including me. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.